I don't understand how something like this can happen so quickly. I mean, you were perfectly all right this morning.
No, Mom, I wasn't.
Well, then why didn't you say something to us?
You think I want everybody to worry about me while I'm still dealing with Graham's death? No.
Look, you deliberately kept from us the fact that you were sick. I mean, how careless can you be? When you found out about this, you should have checked yourself into this hospital with a heart problem.
I think the most important thing to remember is that he's in the hospital now, and we're going to do anything we can to make you healthy.
Yeah, we do everything we can to help, Chris.
Thank you, but I don't think there's anything we could do now, anyway.
Stop it. Don't think that, don't say it.
Mom.
What?
The doctors, they're not even sure what to do next.
Then we'll get a doctor that knows what to do, a specialist.
Mom, John Dixon, he's a specialist.
You're the patient that John is treating? How long have you been ill?
Long enough.
What does that mean?
I'm going to have to ask all of you to leave now.
John, how serious is this?
Well, it's very serious. The virus attacked the heart muscle. It's weakened considerably.
But how long has he been ill, and how are you going to fight this virus?
Easy. We're going to have plenty of time. We'll explain all of this. But right now, all you people, you got to let me do my job, okay?
Understood. John's right. We really should leave and let him work.
All right. Wait a minute. Where's Katie?
Before we finish up today, I'd like to make an announcement.
Oh, that sounds serious.
Well, it is, but in a good way. This program has been an amazing run for me. And I hope that I help some of you moms out there navigate the tricky waters of child rearing with a little more confidence.
He's been terrific, hasn't he, ladies?
But all good things must come to an end. And so it has for me. Today will be my final broadcast.
Have a large coffee, no milk, lots of sugar.
Why is it that you run away anytime somebody says something that you don't like?
Because I have a... Do I really have to answer this?
Yes, Reid. For me, you do. How could you be so heartless?
What? Tell me how it's heartless to give Katie permission to go back to her house to pull her act together.
Because Chris needs her there. He's very sick. He could be dying.
No, Luke, he is dying. What he doesn't need is more stress.
Thank you. How is Katie being there going to cause him any more stress?
Don't you think it's going to make him upset to see how Katie can't deal with his condition right now?
Katie is a lot stronger than you think.
Well, I hope you're right, but that doesn't mean that she has to prove it right now. There's only so much pain that a person should be asked to deal with.
And this is your call to make?
No, it isn't. It's just a suggestion that I'm making based on what I know. I live with Katie. I see how she's still mourning for Brad. Her friend Nancy just passed away. She's only human. She's not an emotional superwoman.
You know what I think?
I'm guessing you're gonna tell me.
I think you're projecting.
Explain that, please?
You're the one that can't handle emotional overload. And that's why you can't give your heart 100% to anything or to anyone. And you want everybody else to act the exact same way.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Freud.
Reid, you just had Katie do exactly what it is that you always do.
What is it that I always do?
You run away when things get too sensitive. When things get messy, you turn your back. You run away from that mess.
It's called a defense mechanism. It's what keeps me sane. You should try it sometime.
Well, you know what, Reid? It might keep you sane, but it also keeps you from being able to love.
Love? What does that have to do with this?
For you, apparently nothing. Oh my God, I can't believe I just don't know that I'm in love with you. Hey, you know what? You're right. Maybe I just need a stronger defense mechanism.
Hold the phone.
Hold on. What? What did you say to Noah?
So where is Katie? Why isn't she here?
I don't know, but it's okay. This is rough for her to handle.
What?
You're all going to have to leave now.
John's right. Now let's go.
All right.
Mom, don't judge Katie harshly, okay? She's been through a lot.
That's okay.
Kim,
I understand.
please.
Hey, can I just
Tom, Margot.
to Tom and Margo, can I just talk to you two just for a little bit, okay?
Make it quick.
What's up, buddy? What can we do for you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I don't follow.
Look, I don't want you to pull any strings. I don't want you to go out of your way and get me any special treatment. All right? I'm sure John has already put me on the donor list.
Well, I certainly hope he has.
Yeah, so we just need to let this play out, that's all.
Chris, I've done pro bono work for the State Organ Transplant Foundation, so I do know how this system works, and it could take months to get your name up on that list.
I know that, Tom. But if that's the way it works out, then that's gonna be the reality we gotta deal with.
But no, Chris, we know people. We know important people who can help get your name further up on that list.
I know that, Margot. I know that, but that's what I'm talking about. I don't want you to make any calls on my behalf. I don't want you procuring favors. It's just not right.
What exactly are you trying to say? What makes you think that we wouldn't do everything we can to help save your life?
There's a lot of people who've been waiting on that list a lot longer than I have. Okay, why do I deserve preferential treatment over them?
That's an unfair question. You're my brother.
Look, I want to beat this thing. I really do. But I'm a doctor. I've taken an oath to do no harm. I could not live with myself if I jump ahead of all these people who've been waiting a lot longer than I have.
Well, I'm sorry I'm not as noble as you, but I need to put family first, and I will use every connection I have to make that happen.
Okay. Margot, would you please just talk some sense into him?
No.
Why?
Because I agree with him.
Fine. Will you make me talk to Mom and Dad?
Great. Do it. I'll bet you they side with me. In fact, I'd almost guarantee it.
How did this happen? How is it we didn't see the signs?
Chris went out of his way to hide it from us. Now his odd behavior is starting to make sense.
So what do we do?
John is the best cardiologist I know. He'll do everything he can to save our son's life.
And what if it's too late?
Oh, now stop it. We've got to take this one step at a time. You know, I'm concerned about you. This is the kind of stress that you don't need right now.
I don't care about myself.
Well, I do. You have health issues of your own.
If you think I'm going to go home and crawl up in a ball, you've got another think coming. I just can't believe it. I cannot believe we've been told our son could die.
That doesn't mean that he will. Not if John and I have anything to do about it. You've got to believe that.
Yes.
Why don't you go home, get some rest?
I'll take a break, but somebody has to stay with Chris.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
But do I need to remind you that you have your own health issues that need to be thought about?
I'm fine. I'll call you if there's any news.
Promise me.
I promise.
Yes. I did tell Noah that I was in love with you. Honestly, Reid, right now, I'm not feeling much of that.
That's because you're angry, and once again, you are overreacting.
How come whenever I don't like something that you do, I'm overreacting?
Yes, I see a definite pattern.
Reid, don't try to be cute. Because I am very angry at you right now. But you could tell me that you love me whenever you want.
You wouldn't believe me if I said it right now anyway. You'd just think I was trying to diffuse your anger.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Look, try and see this Katie situation from my point of view. She has suffered beyond belief ever since Brad died. It's taken her a long time to get to this point with Chris, and now that she has, this happens. She needs to prep herself for this next big battle.
But Chris is the one lying in the hospital bed.
We're talking 1 or 2 days. She just needs a little time.
Yeah, but Reid, what if she doesn't have that time? What if Chris dies tonight and she's not there because she's too busy prepping herself for her next big battle? She'll have to live the rest of her life knowing that she wasn't there when he passed away.
Did you ever think of that?
There are a lot of people out there who need a transplant, and they've been waiting an awful
Look,
long time.
I'm sorry if this sounds cold. My only concern is Chris.
Well, I guess you have to do what you think you must.
That's what I'll do.
But I do not want to know the details.
I'm gonna head to Springfield right now and make a few phone calls from the car and get the meeting set up so I can get this thing rolling.
And I'm coming with you.
Listen, Tom. This is not like arguing some verdict in front of a jury.
John, I understand.
And it's not like lobbying for some new piece of legislation either.
I'm lobbying for my brother's life.
Do not worry. I will leave you in Katie's very capable hands. She's a great mother, terrific friend, and I am lucky to know her. And you are all lucky to have her in your homes every day. So, I wish you the best. Goodbye.
Katie.
Kim, hi. What are you doing here? I thought you'd be at the hospital.
I thought you would be too.
I'm so sorry about Chris.
I am too. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. I just came from the hospital.
I know.
So you were there?
I saw you all with Chris in his room.
But you didn't stay? You didn't come in?
I couldn't. I don't know why. I just couldn't.
So you were afraid. It's almost too much to bear.
I was overwhelmed.
Yeah. You have known, though, about Chris's condition for a while?
A few days.
So you had time to kind of deal with the news, kind of digest it, but you still couldn't bring yourself to join the family while he told us?
I was scared.
They tell me that Chris's heart is failing. Second by second. He really needed you there with him, Katie.
I know that Katie wanted to be here for you.
Thank you.
What happened? Well, honestly, she was really upset. And Reid sent her home to pull herself together.
Yeah. Of course she's upset. Lost her husband last year. Lost a good friend yesterday. She shouldn't be forced to sit here and watch me withering away.
Chris, you're not withering away. And you've got the best doctors on hand to make sure that that doesn't happen.
I hope that's the case. I really, really do. But I'm not gonna make Katie suffer while the docs are trying to figure out how to save my life. It's just not fair.
Well, I think you've got the right to be selfish right now.
It's selfish most of my life. I'm getting tired of it.
You need all the support that you can get right now. And you need to be surrounded by all the people that love you.
I am, but Katie, no, it's... Look, I don't want this stupid virus to just destroy her life as well as mine. And deep down, she knows as well. And that's why she left. And I'm glad she did.